How do I?
Yeah, that's why we're here. We're working with the Champions of Adventure, not like, just kind of as a side thing. We owe them a favor, and we were doing some additional investigation.
Oh, okay.
That's 18 deception.
18 deception. Let me see. What level would he be?
Famous last words.
Fucking 13.
No? Okay. He says, all right. It seems kind of odd that they wouldn't tell me about that beforehand, but
Yeah, no, it's just things have been real busy and everyone's a little short-staffed right now.
Yes, and the weather is really bad.
Oh, yeah. I guess. All right. Well, the night lady was already here today. She didn't mention anything. All right, I tell you what. You all can go on down, and just look, but don't touch nothing. All right.
Oh, of course, we wouldn't want to do anything inappropriate.
Of course not.
So I want to ask him still.
So did you so she's gone already, right? Ella, she left?
Yeah.
Did she mention where she was going? We're actually trying to catch up with her. We have some stuff to report.
Oh, she didn't tell me what she's doing. She's the night lady. She does her own thing. So
yeah, that's kind of what I figured. I figured I'd try my luck. Maybe she's mentioned where she was going. I think she only got a couple places left to go today. She didn't say she was going to the Rotten Egg or the Slobbering Hound after here.
She didn't say. I mean, fate'll take her where it will. He kind of thumbs over towards a three-faced individual he has carved into the centerpiece over the mirror of his establishment's display of alcohol.
There's an appropriate response for this. I don't have it. It's not in my brain.
Is that not work. Literally Cashew's deity?
Yeah, no, that is. I'm just trying to. I want to be cool, okay? You don't shit on me. Yeah, it's fuck. People don't think it'd be that way, but it do. The fate does work in mysterious ways, and he
sort of gestures to the three-pointed knots he's got tied into certain parts of his clothing. You remember I mentioned that I'd been braiding them out of the rope before?
Yeah. So he just kind of nods to you. But y'all can go down and do that. But do be sure to let me know how you like the sandwich, and if the sandwich is something that you guys would like to continue to see on the menu.
It's like the first time the McRib came out.
There you go. And then what happened to the McRib? They stopped it?
It went away. They took it away because it had styrofoam in it. And then they were like, hey, you want that styrofoam burger? And everyone was like, yeah, we do.
Can't have it.
And they're like, all right, but we're only going to bring it back for 3 months because if too many of you eat it, you will die.
But in 3 months, we can mitigate the damage.
So, should we try and get a hold of her before we go down? Is the question. It has probably both positive and negative consequences.
Well, you know what? I could go look for her. I feel like the fate may take me where I need to be,
Right.
This is a sign, clearly.
We also...
find a kindred among you weird little mortals.
Sure. But we also have a rider that will get there faster. If she's already left, we,
Oh, y'all watching out for somebody? If you're working with the guild, I can help you watch out for them and make sure they don't get there for y'all.
Oh,
Well, no, we just really need to catch up with her.
right.
All right, I'm confused. Is your rival the night lady, or is your rival somebody else, or?
No, what rival?
We're not rivaling anyone.
All right,
How did you get the word rival out of this? Did I misspeak?
I'm gonna go over here.
Right,
I think
you
I'm-
keep to yourself.
So slide your sandwich away.
No, thank you for all the help and the giving us access down, but we would like a little our time.
Ah, he says, and he slides the sandwich back over. That's what I thought.
And he'll
All right.
take it so he can't slide
Cool.
it back over.
Sorry, he's had a really long day today. He just came from a meeting with Fonzo.
Oh. Everybody hates Fonzo.
Yeah, no, I can tell that. That's even the receptionist lady called him the bird. I thought I was so clever.
Oh, trust me, there's been a lot of finger jokes made their way, considering that it's the hand and the fist of. Yep.
And
I'm
they
gonna
call
go over
themselves
here.
Fingers.
I'd like to tell Fonzo where you can stick that finger.
Atulis, make me a perception check.
Huh.
All right.
Man, wisdom suddenly seems really goddamn important.
Yeah,
It always was.
it's pretty good.
Eh.
I don't see. Am I just missing?
Yeah, you're missing one.
I believe I'm
Sorry.
missing.
Yeah, you're missing mine. Sorry.
Come on, Tibelda. Come on. Perceive
Okay.
now.
I'm perceiving.
Everyone
Computer.
fumble against
No.
the 2 stealth check, and we're all gonna die, but me and Jarrko, who will die last.
Well, Jarrko will be the only one to see, actually, because well, no, I guess that he's not trying to hide it from everyone, so we'll let him see too. Both Jarrko and Octarion, kind of. Jarrko sees him slip that way without any problems. He just sees him kind of there, by where the it's not a door, but it's got a little, I guess chain is the right word. Across, little rope type chain thing, links that bar people from just walking down into the basement. And he has removed the chain and has clipped it somewhere, clipped it back behind him. Well, not clipped it back behind him. He's got the chain removed in his hand, and he's like gesturing you down.
Right, we thought about going down, but we might want to hear of the night lady first.
Yeah, that was kind of what I wanted to do.
And he says, he kind of shrugs his shoulders, clips it back, and goes down himself.
Okay, that's not good.
Put a barrel over the hole and let's get out of here.
I'm going down. It's not good.
Yeah, Jalurie
Yeah,
will follow.
yeah, I'm going through.
I mean,
Okey-doke.
I can't see in the dark. Can anybody else see in the dark?
That's why you have a candle.
Can anybody cast light?
Yep,
That's why you
Jalurie
have...
can.
Adam, before Homeboy gets too far away, I want to, and I'm not at the point, and I'm trying to explain this to you in such a way that you won't play the metagaming card on me, that I know you will regardless, but if this dude's going to slip ahead and try to find stuff, while I have line of sight to him, I want to hunt him, because it'll give me a bonus to track him. I didn't think I would ever use at all. But all right.
All right. You definitely can. You can catch him before he leaves your sight line to hunt him. Yes.
Okay, cool.
But he doesn't seem to be bothered by the dark. He hasn't lit himself a torch or anything. He just walks right on down there.
Nah, I mean,
Seems
I'm
to
not
be
gonna go down there
strolling
without a light.
nonchalantly.
I'm walking into walls.
Jalurie will cast light on her gauntlet.
Okay.
In a world where the full casters are wearing gauntlets.
All right.
You can only have one light effect active at a time?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
correct.
Unfortunately.
Can Jarrko not also cast light?
What? No.
Yeah.
I have dark vision. I don't need that
That's
stuff.
fair. Yeah. You're one of the smart ones.
You know what? I hope we run into a puzzle that only you can solve that's fucking color based.
Make color-based puzzle in the dark.
Yeah.
Someone can cast light though, so it's like that's not that bad. Have something that dispels light.
Greater darkness. It's just a
And-
trap that casts greater darkness on top of the puzzle.
Anti-magic field in place. Must use candle light. Oh, okay.
Down we go.
Down we go.
Down, down, down in a burning ring of fire.
Making sure that
And Jalurie begins to cry.
that knife air
Alright.
doesn't get too far ahead.
Okay. So you guys try to keep up with him. He seems to be always just outside the light. He moves very quickly for someone who's not. I mean, he doesn't seem to be hampered by the dark at all. He seems to move through the dark just fine. He'll turn back occasionally to you, just outside the range, and says, "Come on, young man. There are things to discover."
Right, we're right behind you. You don't have to be that, like, there's no hurry.
Jalurie is checking the
They gotta
stone
be
to
so
see,
spooky for.
What's
sort
my
of feeling it.
friends, The stone does seem to get warmer the closer you get down.
Okay, she's more concerned that he's leading us away from the item.
No, it's getting warmer as you go
Okay.
down.
Gotcha.
My friend is so close. Come, my lover awaits. And he gets close. You see him really.
What the hell does that
deftly-
mean?
Really deftly move through this to you guys now that he did it, obvious hole in the drain, and he goes whoosh, right on through.
Yeah, this is spoopy enough.
Yeah, did he say he was looking for his lover?
Let's try perception checks to see if he's a terrible person.
Well, I mean, you can't see him though.
Well, I mean, I don't.
We get a hunch over his deception that we can't beat unless we crit, but
Well, Jarrko's gonna have his axe prepared because this is spoopy.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, are we
spoopy.
sure the Night Lady moved on and that we're not being led down to fight her?
I mean, I don't think we would fight her.
She doesn't
think she
remember
would help
that
us fight.
Tibelda- Remember that Lucia doesn't know who the Night Lady is.
Oh, yeah, I
You
know.
got
I'm
it
just, I'm just saying.
every time you say that, I think the Nightman from Sunny.
Son,
Nightman.
No, I just mean because she's a guild she's a guild she's a guild leader from a neutral good guild. I don't think that we'd be fighting her.
Now you're just making assumptions based on her.
Right, all of us
alignment.
are such upstanding citizens.
Hey, Cashew is a nice person.
No one has ever debated that, Cashew.
We left the evil one in a coma, farting all over the halfling.
That's true.
Alright, so there's like a drain here and like a hole. Down
Yeah.
the hole we go.
Hold on, I just want to
Okie
check
dokie.
out.
Is it
magic weapon lasts.
Is it a fall?
A minute.
It's a what?
A fall?
You will need a rope if you want to go
Octarion
down.
has rope.
And in fact, he calls back to you. All of you best use a rope to get down. It was quite a fall.
We don't have acrobatics at Legendary, so we cannot just jump off what the fuck ever and survive it.
Cats fall.
We'll get to
Is
Borderlands jump physics soon enough.
Oh, we will.
Alright.
The horse archer's taking it just so I can do it once and make people upset.
Let's tie a rope then.
I don't know what kind of check it is to tie a rope to things, but I will do that.
I don't. It would be probably athletics, but
Okay,
you don't
sure.
need a check to tie a rope. You need a check to go down
Okay.
safely.
So it's probably super dark at the bottom of that hole, right?
It's
Yeah.
super dark everywhere.
There's no light. So,
Octarion's gonna light a torch and throw it down to the bottom. I can't remember if there's water down there.
nope. If you remember, the rope has to go across a ledge and then down. Dips down. There's a slope of a ledge and then down. So you guys make your way at. It's about probably 30, 45 degree slope down for probably 15 feet. And then it drops off and goes down the rest of the way of a 100-foot rope. You guys tie a couple ropes together to get down there. And you hear him call up, that rope is enough. Come down. You delay the reunion of my love and myself.
How big is that ledge, Adam, before it drops off? I know I've definitely already received this information once. I don't remember it.
Big in what way? How tall is the ceiling, or how long?
Like
is
when it there's a ledge and then it's 100 feet down, right?
Pretty much.
Okay.
You gotta have 100 feet
Could someone stand on that ledge and have line of sight to the 100 feet down?
You could lay on the ledge because you got to crawl
Okay.
through.
Okay. Yeah, never mind then.
Oh, that's right. This thing doesn't have armor check penalty. Boo.
Okay,
Didn't
down we go.
Didn't he say that his friend that he was looking for was dead?
Yes. Which is why it's very spooky.
So I guess Octarion will go first. If I need a climb check, it's a 19.
Okay.
Which should... I don't remember what the DC for climbing a rope is, but I know that if you
No.
critically succeed it, you move your full speed
You do.
instead of like 5 feet. So
I think it's like a 5 or a 10. So yeah.
yeah, that sounds right.
So you definitely crit succeed and move all the way down.
Okay.
That's 15.
What do I see when I get to the bottom, Adam?
When you get to the bottom, you see a, it would illuminate the whole room. You see a entire room, a square room with flattened, worked stone floors, which seems odd because this should be a natural cavern, and at first you think it is, but you look down, and it's got that flat worked stone, and the walls are also worked. Worked in such a way that made you think this wasn't always below the ground type thing.
Okay.
There are doors leading out of 3 of the 4 walls. And it looks like that there has been some traffic in here fairly recently.
That's what we were trying to hear. Okay, survival check. It's a 21. Looking at those, like, if there's traffic, I'm assuming there's some kind of like tracks-esque thing I can track.
Yeah, there's been some traffic. It's hard to get a number beat on it because there's no dust to move down this low in the earth unless the dust is brought in by other people. Based upon that, there was probably been 3 to 5 people move through this path. Oh, we'll say maybe yesterday, or no,
There might be
definitely not
a little
yesterday.
more dust than normal down here, because once upon a time there was a dwarven sandblaster down here.
There was a sandblaster down here, so it's hard to get a beat on how many there were,
Okay.
but
Can I get like type?
from what you can tell in the
size?
dust, they were medium creatures for sure.
Okay.
There was a small creature with them that had a foot that was reptilian in some way, so it was either a very young lizard folk or maybe a kobold, because you know about both of those type of creatures. You know that they exist and stuff. So that's kind of the guess.
Okay.
And that there was probably 3 to 5 individuals, and they were down here not yesterday, but maybe the day before or the day before that. So no more than 2 days ago are these tracks.
Okay.
You do not see any tracks from the person you're tracking, except for just the faintest disturbance of some of the dust. And he's outside the range of the light. But you see a door open on the north portion of these 4 walls.
Okay. That's probably spooky enough that Octarion will draw a pair of javelins and set a ready action to react to throw at a bad thing.
Alright, everyone
All
make
right.
it down safely? Yes?
Did they?
Yes.
Don't crit fail. Lucia has to go slow, but she gets it. You go, how did you get that low? Oh, you rolled a 3.
Freaking right? Like,
The barbarian got less than a 10.
Meanwhile, the sorcerer is just down we go.
Yup.
Yeah.
Her grip
She goes-
of the rope is too tight, so she doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, she's the last one down. You know, she plays it off like she's making sure everybody else gets down. But all right. So everybody gets down. Once everybody's down, and Octarion starts to say, "Hey, you see this? A bluish kind of fluctuation in the light comes from where that door is open."
Oh boy.
What do the little baubles feel like right now?
They're very warm. Very warm. The warmest you felt them.
I feel like I know what we're down here for now, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, let's not let him get away, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Come on.
Okay. You guys go in, and you hear as you get closer. Ah, my love, you have come back to me. I see you. And there's this breeze, this suction, as you start to get into the door, that seems to be pulling. Octarion sees some of the dust move towards that pull. As you guys go in, there's this sarcophagus of a black material with runes that have a very, very faint pulsation in them now, especially as the blue pulsation is especially pronounced because the lid, this very heavy lid of this sarcophagus, has been pushed aside enough to look inside of this sarcophagus. And it's not like an Egyptian sarcophagus. It is a rectangle one that has those, not necessarily dwarven. It does not look dwarven, but it does not look Gothian either, or Kellish. It looks older than that.
Is it a language any of us speaks?
Possibly. What
Celestial?
languages do you speak?
Common, Elven, Celestial.
Okay, we've got Elven, Celestial, Sylvan. Anybody else got anything weird?
Halfling.
It's not halfling. No.
Nope.
Nobody seems to know it as you guys look at it. And Thule is not Thule is not very, he's not super tall for an elf. He's kind of like mid-range. Well, he's not short either, but he's kind of an average-sized elf. This sarcophagus looks like it's very, like it could not fit him, like it's for a large creature. And you see him as he's pushing this away, his back's to you, and he's leaning down in there. And there's this heavy pull that you can tell is on him. This deep, driving pull that he's having to deal with and resist. As he does, this reaches down and he puts this skeletal hand that does not seem affected by the pull. The skeletal arm, he lifts it up and he picks up off the ground a skeletal hand that seems like the outside fingers, the flesh has returned on it because it does not look decayed. So this skeletal hand he picks up and places it back on the arm, and he places that on his shoulder, and the further it gets away from the pull of the sarcophagus, the less and less bony it is, and the more flesh and tendon you see to come onto it. And you see him place it over his shoulder, and it's too big for him. It's like, it's a very large hand for a humanoid of a human ancestry, if it was human. And he puts the other one over his shoulder, and he lifts up the head, and he kisses the teeth. And as he does, it pulls farther and farther away from the pull, and he pulls it out, and as he does, flesh more and more starts to return. Make me fortitude saves.
Is anybody else super fucking freaked out right now?
Before I roll my fortitude save, I would like to use my reaction.
Okay.
So I'm just checking range on a javelin real quick, because I hunted Homeboy, so I essentially have far shot.
Okay.
I just forget what the range is, so 60 feet. I'm probably going to miss, but this dude is spooky. I would like to kill him.
It's definitely magic, Jarrko, and it's what's Angelic Halo do, Jalurie?
It's basically protection from evil, but it uses spell points instead of spell slots.
Here goes nothing.
So +1 conditional bonus to AC and saves if this is an evil effect of some kind.
Okay.
And then if it's like from an outsider or some summoned creature, it increases the +3, I think.
That sounds right.
Is your
So I'm betting a 16
goddamn armor
versus pretty
affecting your
wild.
fortitude save?
No.
Huh?
No, I just ended up in notes. So because we couldn't figure out how to get it into the AC system.
Oh, they did the character sheet.
Yep.
The tater sack armor was not on the list. All right. So do we have everybody's?
Not quite.
How did the 16
That
come
is,
out?
for me, that's an 11 before any mods from Angelic Halo, if it's an evil effect.
No, we got another natural 20.
Did it.
Oh.
I wish it would have been on the attack roll, not the fort save, but this one is.
I
I'd
can't
rather
roll
have
a
come.
four.
All right.
I was real close behind with the 21.
20 or lower on the fort save, you are enfeebled. As you feel the strength move away from you.
Enfeebled, how many?
Enfeebled, will say 1.
Well, because we can't be enfeebled more than our level, I think. Right, enfeebled is negative levels now.
Jarrko's crit fails the fort save.
You have all the conditions here in the handout.
Yes.
Oh, we have a thing for it? Sweet.
You are physically weakened. Always includes a value. When you are enfeebled, you are conditional penalty equal to the enfeebled value on attack rolls, damage rolls, and strength-based checks. So right now, everybody is enfeebled 1.
Except me.
Except for Cashew and me.
Because I crit fail.
Crit fail, you are also fascinated.
So, I cast.
Is this a sonic effect?
I cast Detect Magic as he was pulling up the stuff, and I just read the spell, and it's like, oh, you learned that it's magic, and you're like, oh, great.
Yep.
But yeah, he is like the runes on his axe glows blue as he kind of sweeps it like in front of him. Magic, let me pull that up. Magic, my story, tell a tale of glory. And then he'll just freezes up as this thing happens.
Yep, you start to cast like that, and you know it's magic, but as you do, you get so tired and then so fascinated by what's happening. How is this? And then you're looking and watching, and everybody except those who are enfeebled 1. And if you are not enfeebled 1, then you are able to act normally. You throw your javelin. You throw your javelin, and let me see, what was your result? 16? You critically fail, and the skeletal hand.
So it's
grabs.
worth noting that you can't, rules as written, critically fail a strike. It's only attack or critical success. Not to say that I wouldn't totally throw bad things at me right now, but so you know.
Well, you can critically fail if you're striking, can you not?
You cannot.
Yes.
Strike is attack or critical success, or rather, it's a success or critical success.
Or fail.
Because I had to or fail, yeah. But somebody called me out in one of the Doomsday Dawn comments and said that rules is written, you can't do that, when I had a bunch of skeletons blow up and around.
Okay. You do not succeed to hit the AC that you were aiming for. We'll say that. And the skeleton, thematically, the skeletal hand, which is regaining its flesh, actually just reaches up and grabs your javelin, and as it grabs it, you realize that it doesn't... Everybody that watches sees that it doesn't realize that it's gotten strength back, and it simply crushes it as it comes at you, and drops it. And,
so for the record, I was not targeting it, I was targeting it Thule.
yeah, but thematically, that's what happens. You didn't hit Thule either.
Just a piece of flavor text.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So flavor text-wise, that's what happens. But I could have just said, Thule hears it coming and moves. But that's not what happened. That's not as good flavor text. You guys continue to... this thing continues to move out, and as it pulls out, it stands up out of this thing, this drawing force by the power apparently of a Thule, and it reaches over with its one skeletal hand and flicks close the sarcophagus, and as it looks at you, it takes its head away from him, and it stands probably 2 heads higher or more, because it's not fully fleshed out, than an elf would stand. And as it looks at you, it's as tall as Cashew or taller, probably about this, right around the same. And it looks at you, and you can tell that part of it's coming back the more it's out of its thing. and the runes are starting to fluctuate. They're starting to flicker and crackle. And
Jalurie's gonna pull out her gem in response to this.
I have so many questions.
Because, I mean, a sarcophagus is a container.
it is a container. It's a type of container.
And it's containing something that probably could not normally be contained based on all the crazy magic crap we just saw.
That's a very good point.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we can take actions or not.
I can.
Yeah. But it
People
stands
just
there.
says that you take a conditional penalty to attack rolls, damage rolls, and strength-based checks.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can still
Yes.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's just taking his long time, taking his turn, basically.
Yeah, he just stands up. He does. The idea is he's not in a rush, and it is apparently a he, based upon the facial structure that you're starting to see come back, and it is not coming back fast, but it's coming back fast enough that you're starting to get an idea. Like an eye has returned in this part of the face, and this part of right about this right here, from the eyebrow down to about the chin, has started to
So-
return.
We were supposed to crush these, right?
You
The
crush them
bees.
if you want out of the contract.
I mean, if we're gonna die, I want out of the contract.
Everybody's done. Oops. Are we allowed to do stuff during this monologue?
I mean,
Yes, go ahead and
Okay,
go.
so what I want to do
What do you guys
is
it sounds like
I
rolling
want to
initiative,
have my
but-
gem out, and the door on like the left, I'm gonna run towards it, and I want to see if it's warmer as I move that way. To like, I want to be 100% sure that this box is the box in question.
Okay. You to the room that you're in. You came in, and there's a door on the south wall, and there's a door on the north wall. The door on the north wall is closer to the sarcophagus. There's also a door
Okay.
on the south wall close to the sarcophagus. Those seem to lead out both ways, and the one that you're closest to right now is the door on the south wall that leads back to where you came from. So,
Okay, so I'm gonna like just back up then and see if it gets warmer as we go back.
it does not seem to get warmer as you go back, but again, you're not moving very far.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
So what were we supposed to do with this container once we got it? Like, put it in the gem somehow?
I don't think we would have been able to lift it.
No, we're just supposed to bring it back.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think we would have been able to lift it. It's a huge stone sarcophagus.
what would you
Too
like
busy
to
trying to
do?
figure out how to get a horse down. Now we have to figure out how to get a sarcophagus up.
Well, I mean, someone just threw a javelin at the dude.
Yep,
More
someone did throw a
engineering.
javelin. So Octarion moves to see if he can pinpoint. What does Jalurie do?
Jalurie sort of pulls the gem out, looks at it. I believe the procurer said something about, like, the gems themselves can contain things that normally can't be contained.
Sometimes.
I mean,
Sometimes.
we got gold in them.
So I guess she's going to sort of pull the gem out, hold it in front of her like crucifix style, and slowly approach.
Back into the Pokeball.
Okay. So you start to slowly approach.
The power of MacGuffin compels you.
What does Cashew want to do?
Cashew's gonna take a leap of faith here and sort of like underhand lob his gem at the sarcophagus.
Okay. What is Tibelda doing?
Tibelda is cautiously grabbing her axe since something is rematerializing right in front of her.
That's a good point. I would like to spend 2 of my actions to cast a magic weapon on Tibelda's axe.
Okay. Hit him, Tibelda. Hit him good.
That's all she's good at, really.
All right.
Now Now seems
then-
like the appropriate time to show me that thing where you put his face inside his face.
And and then, what does our fascinated individual want to do?
He is like breathing heavily, just staring at the scene in front of him, and he'll grab his axe tight. Nightfall, in shadows we crawl, and the light of the fire is all. And he'll cast magic weapon on his axe.
Okay.
So it starts to like small blue sparks starts to fly off of it, as if it was emitting it.
Can he do that whilst fascinated?
Yeah, I can't do concentration stuff. That's what it says.
Okay, fair. Well, that's not even near as bad as I thought it'd be then.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So, like, I'm really happy you found your boyfriend and stuff. Super excited for you. What the fuck is going on?
What's going on? Well, there are so many things. My loving general has returned. he
General.
says.
Okay, so, like, you're in the military.
Not the military. We are the conquerors of old Goth. And he, this is counting as his turn. He turns to you, and his wicked smile is there. And as he smiles, he opens his mouth, and he opens his eyes nice and wide so that you can see. And it's one of those things where you didn't notice it before, really. But if you look, like, his mouth opens and there's nothing else inside. And he has eyes, but as he looks at you, it's like the pupils, when you look at them, there's nothing behind them. Like, it's just empty inside. And he says, Adam Tuli and his general have risen. And
Oh, now I get why this song sounded familiar.
And you see that, let me see, that's his turn. The general's turn. The general's kind of in these, he was not buried in real armor, but it was like ceremonial armor. And instead of leaving it on, he seems to be casting it off away from him, away from his skeletal remains, the parts of him that are still skeleton. And it shatters on the floor, like it's made of some brittle material. And it goes, and he's still got the cloth underneath, but he stands and he says, to breathe again. And he looks at you all, and as he breathes in and breathes out again, make another fort save.
Little bit of pee coming out.
Better. just a little bit.
Oh, fuck me. That was a 2.
Thank you. I finally rolled above a 4.
Well, that's good. Good you rolled above 4.
So did anything happen with Cashew's gem?
We are going to resolve that momentarily after we resolve the fort saves and resolve the sarcophagus's turn. Bum, bum, bum.
Oh, good. Now the furniture can...
Yeah. And the carpet. And the chandelier.
All right. 16, 12, 12. Unfortunately, Cashew crit fails the save.
Yeah.
And so does Jarrko again.
I
So-
crit fail it or just fail it?
It's a crit fail. This is a story happening, people. It's a story. Don't get too scared.
No,
Okay?
just,
Okay?
just
a
everyone
little bit
fails then.
Well, don't tell me that.
All right. Too scared. Be scared then. Because we're about to resolve what happens with these
Good.
forces.
Magic weapon is not concentration. You don't lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So anybody who crit fails is fascinated, and anybody who failed is enfeebled again.
This
Stepping
usually works the other way around, but this is so interesting.
Yes, I'm very intrigued. And scared.
I'm terrified. I'm what I believe the phrase is scaroused.
That's a good phrase. I should keep it in mind.
Now you write that down in a book. It's gonna be real popular in X number of years.
All right. So, with what you guys did, Tommy, before we say what the furniture does, Tommy, it does not seem to affect the movement that you do in one turn. Does not seem to affect it enough for you to feel a difference. Jalurie, as you march forward, they seem to just stare at you and let you move forward. Tibelda, you're ready to strike. Jarrko is, while fascinated, also ready to strike.
Oh yeah, he's all ready to just go into the freaking valley of shadows and hopefully return.
So, before we develop Cashew, the furniture starts to go, and there's this flashing of blue light that continues to burst out, and when you see it light up, it's like the shadow stays where it struck, and then for a while, and then fades back into reality, and then again and again and again, and you see it happen in the walls and in the cracks. And as this shaking starts to happen as well, Cashew tosses his bead, and it strikes against the sarcophagus, and there's a flash for everyone. And in the flash, you can tell that something happened with the sarcophagus, but you don't know necessarily what, but something has also happened with you. You don't feel like you're in a cold space anymore. You feel like everybody's moving around, and Octarion feels the nudge of the horse on his forehead, and it's like there's grass underneath you. There's what? And as your eyes start to open, there's a blue sky with white puffy clouds. As you sit up, one at a time, there's this. Look out at yourselves on a field, on a hill, and it just doesn't even seem to be the same fields because they're all green, and we'll have to find out where you guys are next time.
Ah.
Cashew is an agent of fate!
Yeah, right.
I thought you would catch it.
But there we go. We were setting stuff up. Hopefully you
I
guys.
also thought a Pokeball thing was gonna happen.
Not exactly. So you guys set stuff up. We've set stuff up for the main actual portion of the story, or what was happening. All of these 5 sessions have been leading up to the actual start of the story. There you go.
In Green Hill Zone.
Yeah.
Green Hill Zone.
1.
Da, 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 da.
There you go. All right. So hopefully everybody had an okay time. There was a bunch of running around, encounter mode type stuff happening, as well as some exploration and such. But hopefully everybody had a fun time. Is there anything you guys want to say before we let the viewers go?
Where's Bucket?
Jalurie is disappointed that she's not going to get to see those gnomes.
Wah, wah.
Opportunity missed.
We're gonna fuck those gnomes.
We're leveling at checkpoints, right, Adam?
We are leveling at checkpoints. In
Do
fact,
level? That's what I thought. Okay.
What? We haven't fought anything yet.
You fucking ruined the reveal, Tommy.
there you go. Level 2 is the last announcement. So we hope everyone had a good time. Have a great day. God bless and enjoy. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.